Alright, so back to trying to troubleshoot and diagnose my E36 crank no start. So I brought two of the three red label 413s I've been trying to start the car with. There's still one in it, but none of them are starting with it. And I came to my other car. So this is, I think, a 93 or 94 325 IS that runs a red label 413. So should be able to just swap this in and see if it starts with this. And if that's the case, then I can roll these DMEs out. Before I pull the ECU that's in this car out, I do want to make sure this thing starts up. It's been sitting for a while. Our last race with this car would have been in October of 2020, so we're already at like, what, 7 months since we ran it. I'm sure somebody started it since then, but just going to confirm that it starts before I waste any time. Alright, so it starts initially, so now I'm going to swap the other ECUs in. So, DME number 1, crank no start. Alright, here goes DME number 2. Well, that leaves me stumped. That makes me wish I would have brought the third one with, because first one, crank no start. Second one, obviously started right up. Now, I did do some part swapping. I pulled the DME covers off the other night, and one of them was chipped, the other one just had the stock chip. One of them looked better inside, and I switched a chip around. I believe this was an originally chipped DME that I swapped a stock chip into, so I don't remember if I ever tried that on the car, but looks like I'm gonna have to give that a shot. Now to swap the original DME this car's supposed to have back in, button everything up 100%, and then make sure it starts again, but I suspect, or don't suspect, that it won't. Back with my car now, so I'm gonna throw the ECU that tested good in it and give this a try. It should start, in theory, if this was the issue. Well, so after trying that other ECU, and I actually swapped in another crank sensor that I had that ohms correctly, and the pigtail for it and the wiring for it's all good. That still didn't do the trick. So I need to just take a break from trying to figure that issue out with the car, and there's numerous other things that I can do while kind of still brainstorming and doing some more research to see why it might not be starting. Interior I've got to clean out. I bought it in 2015 and it had sat, I think, for about 2 or 3 years before I bought it, so we're going on, you know, potentially 8 years of sitting without being cleaned on the inside. I've got door panels to throw on. The windows never worked, the power seats never worked, so I know there's a comfort relay that I can try for that issue. So yeah, I'm just gonna dive into some of those other issues and then give the crank no start another try after another week or so. I've just dedicated too much time in the last couple weeks trying to get it to start and need to take a break.